Effective Leadership by John Adair. Read by David Shaw Parker. Ideas about leadership have changed considerably in recent times. People today are better educated and more articulate. They can no longer be commanded or bossed about in the same way as before. Throughout the world, there is a growing need for good leaders and leaders for good. That is the background for our journey together. The aim of this book is simple. It is to help you to improve your own abilities as a leader. I'm assuming that you have a direct personal interest in leadership. You may be in a position which you suspect requires leadership. You may already be an experienced leader, or you may be on the threshold of a career in management in which you will be expected to become a leader. In each case, leadership matters to you. How can you improve your leadership ability? You need to stimulate your own awareness of leadership in all its aspects. That means being aware of when it is required and aware of when it is lacking. It also entails an awareness of the changing values of society, which will deepen your awareness of the importance of good leadership if free men and women are to cooperate effectively. You need to establish your understanding of the principles, requirements, or functions of leadership. The poor leadership of many managers can be attributed in part to ignorance. A good leader understands the whole spectrum of leadership behavior and knows when a given function is required. You need to develop your skills in providing the necessary functions. This book will give you guidance not only on when to do a particular action and why it should be done, but also how it should be done. It is concerned with techniques in a wide sense, namely the methods you must practice in order to achieve your desired aim of becoming a better leader. But it will not teach you much about techniques in the narrower sense, the tricks which are often taught at the expense of the art of leadership. By the time you have finished the book, I hope to have aroused or deepened your interest in leadership and to have prompted you to see ways in which you can develop your own ability to the full. Regardless of how carefully you listen to this book, you will learn nothing about leadership unless you make a conscious effort to relate the points to your real-life experience. It is essential to bear in mind that people learn by the interaction of theory and practice. It is when sparks jump between these two poles, the general and the actual, that learning occurs. So you need both. The various case studies are designed to be stepping stones. Principles. Third-person examples. Your experience. Equally, the process must work in reverse. Your practical knowledge, gleaned from both observation of actual leaders and your own practical experience, must be brought to bear in a constructively critical way on the ideas presented. So listen to the book reflectively. Switch it off occasionally and work on some incidents in your own career which are illuminated by it, since personal reflections will illustrate leadership lessons better than any second-hand case study. The value of having some principles, guidelines, or checklists of leadership is that they will cut down the time you take to learn from experience. As Henry Ford said, "By the time a man is ready to graduate from the University of Experience, he is too old to work." Nothing can prevent you from making your own mistakes, for book learning is not the same as practical wisdom. But it saves time if you learn from other people's mistakes. This book is primarily a practical guide, but to supplement it, I have introduced some examples of what proven leaders have done or said. The effort on your part to relate the examples to the ideas you've heard should prove rewarding. There will be a principle in these examples from history or another field which is relevant to you. You have to identify that principle with my help and transfer or translate it to the context of your own field. I hope that the examples I give will prompt you to start your own anthology of leadership as a personal supplement to this book.